Hello, everybody. I'm just gonna wait and um, wait for some people to join before we get started. Just gotta make sure everything is working. Okay. Mm-hmm. Gotta make sure everything is working before we get started. Hi, everybody. Can you guys hear me? Uh, okay, so you guys, today we're going to be designing my bedroom in my house. Last live stream, we designed my living room, and I wanted to run through and show you guys what my plans are for my bedroom and kind of get everyone's input on it because yeah, I would love some input from you guys. But I'm just going to chill out here for a little bit before we get started, wait for some more people to join, and then we can start on my bedroom. So, just to like fill some time while we have people joining, my bedroom is pretty small. It looks like this. I just moved into a new house, if you guys didn't know, and yeah, I don't really know what the last tenants were thinking. They put accent walls in like every single room. Um, for my bedroom, they have this like brownish, yellowish accent wall. And then in my living room, they had, here, let's see. Uh, I'll actually open my living room concept and just remind you guys of how that was looking. It's not a full comprehensive design here. It's just kind of some items that I might be interested in getting. You know, we put these chairs in here, which I really like. Because right now there's like a black chair that I'm selling, unfortunately. I really like the chair, but it just doesn't fit in my living room. And then I'm gonna get bookshelves here, I think. Like, I think I'm deciding on that. Like, because I don't want a TV in my living room, and I think like a wall-to-wall bookshelf would just make it feel so incredibly cozy. So if I like come across them on Facebook Marketplace, I might be getting them sooner rather than later. It really depends though. So, yeah, I'm not sure. Um, Okay. Yeah, and then sorry, I'm like a little bit off today. Well, I'm not off. I just whenever I start live streams, I feel like kind of awkward because I'm just sitting in a room talking to myself. And then I just suddenly have to talk to myself for a long time. So, it's a little bit of an adjustment. So if I sound a little weird, that's probably why. But we did this little, drop zone area entryway. I kind of wanted to section it off from the rest of the living room, make it feel nice and cozy. So we did this console, little piece of artwork, and then my Hobbit mirror from IKEA. Um, and yeah, I really love it. I might change out this piece of artwork here. I don't know if I love it in this room anymore. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Okay, now that it's 12:05, why don't we get started on my bedroom? Sorry. So the first thing that I really want to do to this bedroom is paint it because I don't love this accent wall here. And since now I have two bedrooms in my house compared to my studio apartment where I only had, an area for my bed, I think I want to do like a fun color in here because I haven't been able to do that before and I think it would just be pretty cool. So, I wanted to try out doing like a dark red for the walls in here. I just thought that would be really cool and cute and like moody. Because it is my bedroom, I pretty much only sleep in there. I don't really do anything else in that room. So it doesn't matter if the wall color is a little darker, it also gets direct sunlight. So for the wall color, let's take a look-see through here. I did want to actually go to um let me go to the Pharaoh and Ball site, or actually, you know what? Let me look at my screenshots really quick because I have a color in mind and I kind of want to color match it. I'm sure they have the color on the software that I'm using. I want to, yeah, okay. This is the color that I want. I'm just airdropping it to my computer so we can take a look. This is the color that I want. This deep reddish brown. Yeah. Also, my phone is not at 6%, so don't don't look at that. Um, anyway, we've got this color, so let's try and find it. I think this is a pretty... No, that's a little too red. It's like a reddish brown. This solid marin color, it looks just like it. So, yeah. We're gonna do this guy. Paint all the walls that color. And then I was also going to paint the trim of the windows, the brown color that I have. I'll also airdrop that to myself because oh wait, you know what? I think I actually have it already loaded into the program. So why don't I go ahead and do that really quick then? So let's go to material substitution and we're going to change we're going to change the color of the window because I want to paint the window when I paint the room because I don't know, I think it would look nice. Anyways, let's find the color I'm looking for here. Okay, I'm pretty sure it's this one. We gotta take a look. Oh, I didn't even know about that feature. That was very convenient. um, Hi everybody, thank you for joining. All of my subscribers from Canada are apparently here. I love Canada though, so yeah. Okay. Apply that to the same model. Now we've got the solid base here. I'm gonna go ahead and just render this room really quickly because I want to just see what everything looks like and make sure that I love these colors in here before we move on. So, oh, this is not the right background. I don't live in a city. My house is not on top of a building. So we're gonna add a custom light setup. We're gonna go indoor daytime, and then we are going to alter some things. So go ahead and wait for that to load. Alrighty. Ah, how did I get outside? So first thing that I need to do, let's change out the environment. I'm gonna go to, I think there's one called Villa First Floor. Yeah, that's like a house. Yeah, that's looks like kind of my backyard. Close enough. And then we're gonna change out, where the, oh, that's because I didn't click on light, maybe? Or maybe there's no lighting elements in here. Color, temperature, you can just warm it up. And then we're gonna go to fill light, and we're just gonna do that on the ceiling, just to kind of just make it, you know, a little whatever. um, okay, color, and then we're gonna swap this out for this guy here. So we have a nice little light going on in the middle of the room to give some glow, which I think is happening. I can't super tell. Oh, you know what we need to do is we need to expand the range here of how far the light is going. No, that's not correct. I totally forgot how to do that. Well, whatever. As long as we have the light in here, that's what matters, right? All right, cool. Now we're gonna go ahead and save this as setup 1. And we're gonna save the lighting, and then now we're gonna go ahead and just take a quick rendering shot of the room so we can get a feel of what these paint colors are looking like and everything. I'm just gonna, because it's a small bedroom, I'm gonna kind of zoom out a little. I'm too close to the wall. Okay, now we'll go back to here while we wait for that to load. And so the next thing I want to put in here, I think, is a different rug, because I have like wall-to-wall carpeting in most of my house, and so I just don't love it very much. And I think I'll do like the same thing that I did in my living room here, where I have this wall-to-wall carpeting, and I'm just gonna put another rug on top of it. I don't really see a problem with that. I know some people it's not their favorite, but it doesn't really bother me very much. I'm liking this color scheme in here. Yeah, I think it's really cute and moody. So I'm gonna do something that might make people mad. And that would be having to put my bed frame in front of a window, because the door for my bedroom is right here, and then you have this wall. And to put a large bed frame right in front of the door like that is a really bad feng shui. And I'm not superstitious in that manner, but I don't love having my head right in front of the door, if that makes sense. So anyways, back to what we were doing is we are going to put a rug in here. Why am I clicking on furniture? It's in home decor. Let's get a nice rug, and let's see. I am going to just like pick a random rug and then swap out the fabric, obviously. Oh. Okay. It is on, its scale is selected, which we don't want here. Because I want to do a custom length. I want to just do like as large of a rug as I can in here to kind of get rid of that nasty carpeting. Okay, let's go to fabric. Let's find a nice fabric for this rug. I was thinking like a brown, but it's getting very like brown and red in here already. And I know that's not gonna like stay because we're gonna get furniture and stuff, but you know it's getting pretty brown and red. So you guys need to help me out here. Should I do like a green carpet or a brown carpet for the room? I don't know. Sorry, I'm sitting weird. I don't really know what I should do here because I don't want it to be too brown and, muddy in that sense. But I also don't want it to be, I don't remember what I was gonna say. My bad. But you guys, leave a comment in the chat and then I'll make adjustments accordingly. I think I want to try out a green rug first because I do have like these green pillows on my bed that I think would tie nicely into a rug. I just need to find a green that I love here. But then here's the thing is I have a green rug in my living room and I don't know if I want another green rug if I'm being honest. We could do another color like a gold. I don't love that for my bedroom. Or no. I'm thinking we might need to just do brown and keep it simple. I don't know. You guys let me know. Huh. It seems like it could be a nice middle ground here. No. Sometimes I think I am onto something and then I'm just totally not. Okay, this brown rug might work a little bit. Oh, no, that is not the right fabric I was looking for. No. Let's see. Oh my gosh, Paris. I love Paris. Thank you for joining. I really appreciate it. Okay, so let's get some brown fabric here. This fabric I use quite a bit, but I think it's a little too dark for this room. I want more of a lighter situation. You know what I'm saying? Like a nice light chocolate brown carpet might look nice in in my bedroom. Let's see. See, but then this is also nice. So I earth. Mm, 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 mm. This linen might work. Okay, I think this is a good option here. We're gonna finish that. Um, I guess that's kind of brown. This might work actually. This kind of straw color. One of you guys just mentioned in the chat that suggesting a straw color, and I guess I just pick one out. Yeah, I think this looks nice. It kind of grounds the room a little bit without being too dark. I think this is a good option. So the next thing that I want to do in here obviously is going to be a bed frame because duh. So let's go ahead and grab. Why am I in light? Why am I in lighting? Why did I click on that? We're gonna get a bed frame and I want to get something like this, but these are like so expensive and I don't know. I really love beds like this. Not necessarily this wood, but you know, the platform situation. I am always down for. And something with like attached nightstands would be really nice. And just save a lot of money because of how expensive nightstands can get. Like, I would rather pay one large sum of money for like a giant bed frame with nightstands attached to it than having to pick out nightstands too. I also just love that more built-in look, if that makes sense. I want to see if this suggests anything when I click on it here. I'm trying to go back to the bed frame that I was looking at. Now where did it go? I may have lost that bed frame. Maybe it's a sign and that's just not the one for us today. I definitely want something platform and low to the ground. I'm not very tall, so you know, a tall bed frame is definitely not for me. I also want something that doesn't have like an area under it because I have a cat and my old cat actually used to hide under the bed and like bite my feet when I tried to like fold laundry or make my bed, and that pissed me off a lot and it was not very enjoyable to live in fear in that sense. So, um definitely want something that doesn't have an area under it. Um, let's see. There's like a couple options in here that are nice. I'm just looking for something large and kind of built in. Um, I don't know. Also, while we're looking, if you guys have any questions or comments for me, I'm happy to answer. So go ahead and drop something in the chat if you want me to, if you want to bounce something off of me or get my opinion on something, whatever it is. Okay, so I think that bed frame that we saw before is the one we're gonna have to do. I'm just gonna have to find it, because I don't know where it went. And I normally what I would do is design like a custom piece within the software, but I'm in the sake of time, since we only have until 2 o'clock, um, I am just going to select that one and just make alterations accordingly. Um, no, no, no. I'm trying to figure out where this bed frame was. It was towards the beginning. Oh, here it is. And this is definitely not the right scale of what it would be. Probably be more something like this. Probably a little bit less tall, if I'm being honest. Ooh, I'm not liking how much that's blocking the thing. But the bed frames that I've been looking at have been really low lying, so it would be more like that. Instead. Is the house detached? Yeah, my house is detached, just a single family home. Um, it's not a townhouse or an apartment or anything like that, but yes, it is detached. Actually, this might even be a little bit too big. I think this is more like, that's the wrong thing. I have like a queen, well, I want to get a queen size bed because I have a full size bed right now, and I don't love having a full size bed. So I think this would be about the correct size here for a queen. The next thing that we need to do is swap out this material, obviously, because yikes. I'm thinking what we do here is a teak. I just think it would look really nice and authentically vintage, which I like, so we'll go ahead and do that. Mason asking about the black floor lamp in my living room. Yeah, that's an IKEA floor lamp. I think it's called Vagod. Vagod? Yeah. Um, and I think that they're actually discontinuing it. I'm not even sure if IKEA sells it anymore. I didn't even get it that long ago. I got it in my last apartment, so that was like maybe last year, and I haven't seen it on their website. I'm in the YouTube video that I had posted this morning. I was trying to find it on the IKEA website and I just couldn't. So I don't know what the story was with that. I'm not sure. I don't know if I don't think it's available anymore in the US particularly. Anyway, okay, we have this nice teak bed frame, which I am really, really liking. And then let's just select our bedding, really. Or you know what? No. The next thing that I want to put in here, I think, is... You know what I'm actually gonna do is kind of like put this guy over here for a minute, because I realized that, oh, I want to put curtains in my bedroom, and putting them with the bed right there would be kind of difficult. So let's go do that really quickly. I already know what I'm gonna do for the curtains in here, because I'm gonna reuse the curtains that I had in my living room in my apartment and just kind of repurpose those in here. I don't really feel like having to buy new curtains. I don't think that's super necessary. I'm just like so eager to get rid of the blinds that are currently in my house, because they're just hideous. They're like these ugly plastic blinds, which is like fine and they work well, but they're just really not my favorite. You can probably see them like behind me. Anyways, I'm also going to change the color of these, so don't fret, you guys. I'm just, you know, placing them first. I'm gonna do these, and then these of course will be track curtains, and then I believe the curtains that I will be using in here are called the Lenda curtains from IKEA. They're like a semi-sheer curtain. They're a semi-sheer curtain that's like beige linen color. So let's see. Let's go to fabric. Let's go to linen. That's where the color is gonna be. And then let's find what it would look like. I'm not exactly sure how this light color is going to look in the room with the dark walls, but I'm hoping it'll look nice and kind of brighten things up a little bit. Like, I actually don't mind that at all. I think that, yeah, I think that looks nice and helps to brighten it up. What do you guys think about this? I actually really like this. This actually looks really pretty. A lot prettier than I thought it was. So maybe I'm just, I'm second guessing myself. But I'm really loving this color palette in here already. Wow. I don't know why I thought I wasn't going to, but... And then unfortunately, something that we're going to have to do with this bed is kind of leave it a little bit removed from the wall because I need to be able to open and close my curtains at my own will without, you know, the bed getting in the way, because that's really annoying. And obviously this setup is not ideal with the bed like that. I get it, but unfortunately, you know, that's kind of the way it goes. So yeah. Okay, let's go ahead and now pick out my bedding. I have bedding from like my bedding is kind of all over the place, to be honest. I have sorry, I'm bedding sets. I have a Tekla duvet cover, and then I have some Tekla Tekla pillowcases, and then I have some Quince pillowcases as well that are like green. I don't know why I'm explaining this to you because you'll see it in just a minute. So let's go ahead and find kind of what my bed looks like on a daily. All right. How do I normally, what does my bed normally look like? I'm just trying to think. It's in the other room, so I should figure that out, but I'm just trying to picture kind of what it is and if there's anything similar here that I can use. Oh, you guys are so sweet. Thank you guys for watching my videos. I really appreciate it. I try my best to give the best design advice that I can. So I really appreciate when you guys say that. Let's see. I am trying to find what my bedding looks like, because I don't leave my bed disheveled, but it's more of like a casual situation. I had in my last apartment some bedding where it was kind of a problem because my bedding was, every time I had to make my bed, I would have to tuck the duvet cover under the mattress to create like this really clean look. And it was the biggest pain in the butt ever. So when I purposely got new bedding that I could kind of like splay out and it wouldn't look bad if I kind of left it a little bit more, you know, ruffled up, if that makes sense. I feel like that's always a great idea for bedding in general, just because what if you're in a hurry one day and you don't have time to make your bed? Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. I am having a hard time finding some bedding that I want here. I think I'm just like being too particular because honestly most of these would probably work. Let's see. But Yeah, I'm definitely grateful for the way that my bedding is kind of set up now. Although I do need to get a bed frame for one. But they're very expensive, especially if you want a bed frame like this. And then I need to get I don't know what I was even saying. I need to get something. I need to get some new bedside lamps because I actually have my eye on these bedside lamps from a company called Wooj. Wooj, I think it Wooj. They do these like little 3D printed lamps, but they have this one that I really like. It's like this square shape, and I am dying to get it. So I'm gonna raise this up a little bit. Sorry, it's a little bit of a process to, land the bedding when it comes to software, so it does take a little second. Okay, and then now we're gonna put this guy. Oh, no, 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 no. Why did that happen? Okay. Here, and then we're gonna do one more thing and just kind of extend this out a little more to avoid any like you seeing like the bed frame through the bedding. Cute. How nice is that, you guys? Lovely. Nope. We're gonna undo that. Yeah. I'm just gonna save this because if I lost any of my stuff, that would make me very sad. Oh, let's entitle this My Bedroom. There we go. Okay, next thing we are gonna do is change the bedding here. And so something that I am gonna do actually really quickly is going to be uploading the texture or the fabric of my bedding because I don't necessarily think it's on this program. So I'm gonna go ahead and find it really quick on the Tekla website. Sorry. This will just take me like literally 1 second. I just have to screenshot it and then, whatever. Okay. I believe I have this color called stonewashed. Oh no, that's the hopper stripes, rich brown stripes on a winter white base. Oh my gosh, do they not have like a direct shot on here of the fabric? Okay, well, I guess I'll just use this as a reference point and look for some striped fabric on here. So we're gonna go stripe. Let's see. Da da da. And then let's look for a brown stripe here. This looks brown. No, that's a little bit too light, I think. Let's see. This is actually lovely fabric. I'm just gonna find... Okay, so I think what we're gonna do here then is sorry, I'm losing it apparently. The one that I had saw before that was kind of similar to what I have at home. So we have this one and then this one. I think this one's probably closer. And obviously we're gonna adjust the scaling here because it's not giant. I don't know if I'm gonna use that. Let's try out this one. See what the difference is. They're very similar. They might be the same situation. Guess we can kind of just use that for reference, whatever. Okay, so then the next thing we're gonna add here is a nice little blanket. I'm thinking a brown blanket here would be nice to kind of tie in the rest of the space. I also need to get more blankets if anyone has any recommendations of, what blankets to get that are nice. because I what is going on? Fabric, drapery, all back. Here's a brown fabric here to do for that. There we go. And then I'm gonna grab a green fabric for the back pillows over here. Because it's kind of, it'll be like just a very similar setup to kind of what my bedding looks like right now. So not too worried about the tiny details at the moment. Let's see if there's a better green. Actually, I think that green will be pretty good because that looks exactly like the pillows that I have. Okay, so now let's take a look. Lovely. How nice is that? These stripes are a little intense, but you know, we can just imagine. Oh, this is very not against the bed. How did I not realize that? Let's go ahead and fix that really quick. Nope. Wrong thing. Okay. That should be correct. Now we're good. This is gonna need to come out just a little bit more though. Okay. Cool. Now we have our bedding. Lovely. I want to go and take a look at this in the rendering just to kind of see what we're working with so far. Oh, I'm too close to the wall again. Uh-oh. Okay. I want to just wait this one out really quick to kind of see what we have so far here, because I haven't seen the curtains, I haven't seen the rug or anything like that either, so I want to make sure it looks nice before, you know, we proceed here. Should be finished in just a second. I'm gonna have some water while we wait. I'm just gonna X out of that until it's done loading. I don't need you guys to have to look at the loading screen like that. Oh, this looks so cute in here. I'm loving this bedroom. This looks so nice and cozy and warm already. I'm very excited to see what this rendering is looking like. Nice. Okay, so a couple notes. This bedding is looking very intense right now, so I think I'm just gonna like swap out the stripes really quick because yes, I have striped bedding, but I think it would just be I can't get the exact fabric on here, so unless I can find Tekla brown stripe fabric. Unless I can get like a direct shot of it, that's usually what works the best for putting, you know, fabric situations on. Onto rendering, so I'm kind of just trying to find a direct shot of one of the pillows really quickly or something. That way we can get Okay, I think I got a good shot of the pillowcase. Okay. Save to photos, and then I'm just gonna crop it really quick, and then we can go ahead and upload it to the software. I'm doing this on my phone, so sorry guys, just hang in there for 1 second. Square. Okay, now we're gonna go here and we're gonna go to upload materials. Oh. Then we're going to upload this guy and just throw it in here. This is the bedding that I have. This is the fabric that it uses. So I'm hoping that this will look correctly. Real-time material, we're gonna go to fabrics, and then we're gonna go to cotton cloth, texture category, paint, wood tiles, wall fabric, wall tiles. We'll just do wall fabric for now. Just do this 5 by 5, and then we can scale down the texture later, so won't be much of an issue. So now we're gonna go here and then just wait for this guy to load in. Yeah. It's just, I love this little like icon here. I think it's so funny. All right. This way we can get more accurate depiction of what the bedding looks like. Hopefully this looks right, please. Okay, here we go. There we go. This is exactly what we needed. Great. It's a little bit wonky because it was not exactly lining up, but you know what? Not everything is going to be perfect, and that's okay. As long as we can understand, you know, what it's going to look like, I think that's what matters the most. All right, let's render this. It's going to look a little bit wonky, you guys, so, you know, hang in there with me. But hopefully if it looks too crazy and not right, then we can swap it out. But it's totally my fault if it does, because I had to upload this fabric from like a random picture of a pillow on the internet, so you know, I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best here. Great. Well, I'm thinking this is looking pretty great so far, which I am happy about. I really love this bed frame and I want it so badly. So badly. This one should be finishing up momentarily. Okay, that's a pretty accurate depiction. One thing I am gonna do is remove the blanket though. I'm not loving the brown blanket on the end. And if I'm correct, I believe I can go to special material, transparent material, and just kind of like erase that. See? Then I think this just looks a little bit better. Okay. The next thing that I want to do in here is my plant, because I have a plant that is going to be in here and I just need it to be in here because I just need it to be in here. So it's a Dracaena marginata. It's one of my favorite plants that I have in my house, and I have it in my bedroom right now, and I just want to see what it looks like in this room too. So let's go ahead and find that guy. It's gonna be in potted plants, so I should click on that. All right, let's find a Dracaena. This, I guess, would be a similar one. This is a similar one, I guess, so that would work. We can just put it in the corner here. Mine like kind of arches over my bed a little bit, but this will work for now. It's a similar plant and we'll get a similar vibe from it. That's really what matters here. I'm gonna just pull this guy out a little bit. Okay, that should be fine. Now we've got this nice plant in the corner. Oh, that looks so cute. I love that plant. Okay. Next thing we are going to need to do in here is lighting. So I really want to get these table lamps that I was talking about, but let's just find some fun lighting to put in here, because you know what? That never hurts. Sorry, I'm getting like the afternoon tired spell. I don't know if any of you guys get that. I'm sure you do. It's, I think, a pretty... Did I click on floor? Sorry. Clearly I'm getting the afternoon sleepy. I don't know. Whatever. But, okay, let's find a lamp that we like for in here. I think I want to do two side lamps. I was gonna do sconces in here, but with this window situation that I have to have behind my bed, it's obviously not ideal. So I think that just having two side lamps would probably be best in here. And I wanted to keep it pretty minimal and moody. I really love these lamps, and I actually saw an Instagram. This is so like me being influenced, but I saw an Instagram reel of somebody who had a similar bed frame to this one, and then they had um, this like Louis Polson light next to it. I believe that's what it is, if I'm crazy or not. But instead of black, it was in this matte silver color, which I also really like. And low key, I would get these for my room because I really like how they look. And I think that with the red, doing something really dark in here might actually make me regret it. So, wait a second. Why is that part silver? You know what we need to do? Let's take a look at this, and then, yeah, that's what we need to do. Guess I never changed that out. Okay. Copy. Now we're gonna do one over here too. This is like really a little cute mid-century vibe. I don't want to make it too mid-century because then it's gonna be stuck in the 50s or whatever time period. And I don't want that. So I think through some artwork we can kind of make it feel a little bit more modern. I think it does with the bedding. It's just, I am second guessing myself as we have seen so far. Ah. Oh, my cat isn't outside. In my new house there's like a bunch of neighborhood cats around, and I always see this one particular cat that I've named Cinnamon Cupcake um laying under the tree in my backyard. She lays there most of the day while I'm working in my office, and then she'll like scamper off. I tried to like hang out with her and greet her, but she got pretty close to me, maybe like 2 feet away, and then I sneezed and then she ran away, which is fair, but I was really sad because I wanted to befriend Cinnamon Cupcake in my backyard. Honestly, she probably has a different name. I just think that's a funny name, so that's what I've been calling her. And then I have my cat Franklin, who is very much liking to watch the neighborhood cats. Anyways, I'm excited to see this rendering. I just want to see how everything's looking so far. I'm really into this picture, minus this brown blanket though. This is making me so excited to like buy paint and paint my house. And it's like the motivation I need because it's such a large project and it also costs quite a bit of money to do. So, this looking at these will motivate me to go out and work a little harder so I can get some paint for my house. Okay, let's take a look. Oh, I really love this. This is really cute. I think this corner is a little bit dark, so I think we need to fix that. Um, so let's go into the lighting settings in the rendering. This is something I really love about this software where I can kind of just go in and edit anything I really want. I'm happy that we're doing my bedroom this time because last time we did my um, why is this still really dark? Okay, I want it on the ceiling, yeah. That's too close to that's too close to the walls because then you can see that there's like some sort of light being put in there. Let's take a look. Okay. I'm thinking maybe we do this kind of light instead. Yeah, these are the lights that I actually prefer much more to do as like, filler lighting for renderings. So, because I do have a boob light in here that I don't love. Hopefully, obviously, I just want some filler lighting for this room so I can get like a more accurate picture of what the rendering would be. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. I'm just gonna brighten it up a little bit. And then we're gonna copy one of these guys and just put it over here so we can. It's not very bright. I don't know what's going on here. It might be bright and I'm just blind. I need to go back to the optometrist. Let's see. It like updates it over here. Okay, I see. We're just gonna kind of really make it bright. Yeah, that works. That works. We're gonna go ahead and save this, and then we're gonna take another rendering shot of the room so we can get a better picture of everything. This room gets so much light in reality, and I really love it because I normally, at least in my old apartment, I had to set an alarm for literally every single day, or else I would not wake up. And in this house, I don't even have to do that because the sun will just wake me up, which is really nice. It's like a very luxurious experience. Okay, so the next thing that I want to do in here is put in some art. I'm making this into like a very like Pinteresty bedroom, which is questionable of me to do, considering the things that I have said. But I don't know. I'm really loving the way that this is turning out so far. So let's get like a little picture frame. Like I think a like little tiny picture frame right here would be really cute. Just to kind of make it a little bit offset because we've got this window here, which again, not ideal, but putting a little picture frame here will look cute. So let's go do that. Picture and photo frame. Let's find like a nice little cute framed situation with some matting that we like. Again, if you guys have any questions or things that you want me to talk about, I'm happy to do so. Let's take a look at the rendering really quick. Cute! How nice is this? I'm loving this bedroom quite a lot. Okay. What was I saying? Oh, if you have any questions or anything like that, drop them in the chat and I'm happy to answer them. Or if you have anything you want to talk about specifically, yeah. Somebody said, is this the free or the subscription version? This is the subscription version of Coohom. That's the software that I'm using right now. And actually, if you would like, well, not if you would like, you should. If you're interested in using this software, you can use code CooperPlants for 73% off the subscription, which I think is definitely worth it because subscriptions can get quite expensive. So, I would jump on that while you can. This is actually such a cute little painting, all things aside. All right, let's see. I just want to... I feel like, is that a good size, you guys? I think that's a good size. We're going to change the art out first, but... All right. Now, what do we think for the frame? I'm thinking something wooden would probably be good. I kind of am into this. Oh. So there was a noise. I don't know what that was. I don't know what that was. Does anyone know what that noise was? Can somebody tell me? I don't have much experience on live, so if anyone could tell me what that noise was, that would be great. It's quite something. I don't know if you could even hear that. Um, and then for the matting, I want to do something fun. So the colors we have going on in here, let's take a look. We're gonna do. Let's swap out the art before we deal with that, because I think we can base it around the art a little bit. What art have I uploaded lately? I'm not loving any of this art for in here. So what I'm gonna do is go to I'm going to get some art from the internet on my phone and then put it into the software. So usually what I like to do for this is I will go to first dibs and then I'll go to the art section and just find like a cute piece of art and then try and find either a print of that or, you know, something cool. I don't know. Okay, this is asking me a lot of questions that I am not enjoying. Okay, so I think for this room, I want to do something calm, not anything too crazy, um, but still like a little bit modern and fun. You know what I'm saying? Um, I don't want it to be too loud either, just because it is where I'm going to be sleeping, where I do sleep. And so I would like it to be a little bit more of a calm art piece. I'm just looking through these really quick. I know, I'm sorry you guys can't see this right now, but it shouldn't take me very long to find one that I like. Again, if you have any questions that you would like to ask or, you know, whatever, don't hesitate to do so. All right, let's see. Do we think we should do like a pop of color with the artwork too? I just don't want it to be insanely bright, if that makes sense. I'm also like I'm a little bit lost on what I want to do for the color scheme of the artwork. This is a tricky thing. Normally I feel like I have a pretty clear vision of what I would want to do. But the thing about like designing a space for yourself versus a client is a little bit tricky because I get so wrapped up and I don't have like a clear this is my style, whereas when I'm working with a client they tell me and then I can kind of understand what they want and help them out. But with myself, I love so many different styles that it makes it a little bit more complicated. Let's see. I want to do like a art like maroon painting. Like I feel like some kind of plum color or something would be nice in here for the artwork. I'm trying to see. And again, I'm like so not tied to any style. So it's a little teeny bit difficult to find something that I particularly am like, yes. Let's see if anything in here would work. I mean, I already checked out everything that I kind of have in here, and none of it's really saying my bedroom to me. Not that it has to, I'm just like, let's look at green paintings. Because I feel like a nice, even like a bright lime green or something like that could be nice in here to kind of warm it up a little bit. Or not warm it up, but like just infuse some life into the room. I mean, this looks kind of like a kid's drawing, but I think I'm kind of wanting it. Okay, you'll see it in just a second. I am gonna be uploading the thing. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I know that took longer than probably desired, but this is the art piece that I chose. It's not anything that crazy, but it's like bright. And I thought with this like really dark color scheme that we have going on, what? Oh no, it's a web PG. Let me go to Instagram. If you like re-download something as not a web PG, if you like save something from the Instagram like stories thing, it'll save it as a JPEG, which is preferable. Absinthe green is kind of a crazy reference to to make, but okay. I guess this kind of falls along the lines of that. I don't know. I'm not super. I've never really engaged with that. So, okay. Besides the point, I'm getting mixed up now. We need some art. Just do khaki, paintings and coatings, and then again we'll just do 5 by 5 so it turns out into a square because that's the shape. Okay. Now we're gonna go back here. We've got, look how cute this little like kids drawing is. That would be really adorable to put in like a kid's room. Oh, it's working really hard with that. I don't even know what that is. All right. Let's see, it's 1. Okay, great. We have some time to do the styling and everything like that, which is wonderful. All right, let's take a look at how this would go in our Is that actually exactly? Oh, that's it. Okay. Oh, that's not what it looked like on the Maybe I'm just oh, what? Okay. So maybe it just glitched really quickly. Longitude. I don't know what's going on here. I'm just gonna fix that. Okay, I see what happened. Just a small little error. Now we're gonna move this to here. And then we're gonna scale this to fit the frame. I also think I'm just gonna like expand this frame out to a square again because it's like a little bit less than that. Okay. And then I believe it would be length here. That would kind of make it into a square. Something like this could be fun. It's very bright. It's very bright. Why don't we try putting in some colored matting? That might help mellow it out a little bit because this green is very strong for a tiny little art piece. Yes, you can ask a question. Go ahead. Anybody can ask a question if they want. Let's see. What would be like a fun color? Could do like a plum to kind of contrast with it. I don't know if I love that with the green. Let's see. Something like this, more rose color might work. I just like to be experimental when it comes to stuff, so we'll see how it actually ends up looking. Let's go to Smart View. That's actually a lovely little shot that we have. This is one of my favorite things about this software is the Smart View feature because you can get like just great angles of everything. Is there one of it directly? No, there's no direct one. Oh, what is going on here? This is too zoomed. Raise that up so it looks a little more normal. Take a picture here. All right. Let's see. See, I was thinking cobalt blue, and the thing is that I have some green pillows, and I don't want it to go. Actually, you know what? Cobalt blue would be kind of cool in here. You're kind of right. You're kind of right. I like the green in here. It adds a nice little pop of color, but I don't know. I feel like blue would be even cooler. And you know what? I do actually have these like sky blue Tekla pillowcases that I could use. But I don't know. I don't know. Let's see what this one looks like. Yeah, let's try something cobalt blue. I think it would just look really cool. Let's go back to here, and then we're gonna go to a blue painting. I'm just like getting one from First Dibs really quick, so we have a nice graphic. Something really bright, maybe. Sorry about that. I just got a little bit lost in my head for a moment. Okay. Let's see. I'm thinking I like this one. It's a very modern art piece that, you know what? I don't know if I love it in here. I just want to see. This one could be cool. This one is like, I'm looking at is this cobalt blue abstract painting, and then it has like a splash of green in the middle, which could be cool. So let's take a look and see what that would look like. Oh, it's a web PG again. Sorry about that. Let me convert that into a JPG really quickly. All right. Here is the painting that I was talking about. It's very, very modern. I understand that. I want to see what it looks like. I don't really have any pieces of art that look like that. Let's see. What am I looking for? Art. 5x5. Upload that. Then we'll go back to here. I like this kind of rose colored matting though. We're just gonna wait for that to load in. Again, if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns. Yeah, okay. I just got a great question that I think is very on topic right now, and I think a lot of people have a similar question, so I'm gonna answer it. Somebody said where to get affordable art. Yeah. What happened here? Sorry about that. I'm not exactly sure what I just did. just gonna pause that one really quick. And I'm going to fix my mistake here. Give me like 1 second. Where to find good art? You can find some pretty great art at your local secondhand store. You can check out, Goodwill has really great art that you can do. Another thing that I really like to do in my own home is, because it is so expensive to get those really nice pieces of art, what I will do is I'll go to Goodwill and find a frame that I really love, and then I will cut something out of one of the art books that I have, which obviously is not for everyone. I understand that if you are really precious about your art books, but I really love to try out different things, and I think it's fine if you cut like a page out of your art book. I don't think it's gonna be the end of the world. Yeah, I don't love that. So I think we're gonna go back to the green. Um, I just think that the blue is a little bit too out of place in here. Again, I could try another blue painting that I have in my library here. I'm just trying to think if I would love any of these. Oh, she might work, Sally. So if you guys don't know who Sally is, oh, why does that keep happening? This is Sally. She has a really, really messed up face. And Sally was on my first live stream when I did this concept design of a loft. And we had her really large in that loft. But I honestly think she might look really good in this room too. It's a little bit of a silly piece of art, but I don't know. I really love that. I feel like if I had Sally in real life, it would really start a conversation. Because, like, what happened to her? Yeah, I think I'm gonna like her for in here. We love Sally here. I don't know where my cat went. I think he's hiding under some of the boxes. If you guys don't know, I'm like so far from unpacking. While we wait for this rendering, see, I have like this whole office is all boxes. I have not unpacked them at all. Yes, okay, I like Sally for in here. I think she's good. It's muted, but it still brings in some other colors, and I like the yellow element of her too. Cool. All right, I'm really into this. Now I think what we do is put some finishing touches on well, we need to deal with the other side. We need to deal with the other side of the room first before we go about putting finishing touches. So what I wanted to do for this side of the room is I need some more storage because these closets right here are very small. And so I need to have some kind of dresser over here. So I think that's what we put on this side. Oh my God, that's such a great tip. In the chat, somebody said you can go to art schools and they have art shows and sales of students' works. That's really cool. I bet you can find some really great original artwork there. Definitely should check that out. That sounds really fun. Sounds like a good activity anyway. All right, let's find a nice dresser. Why am I looking at TV stands? Why did I click on that? I was not thinking because I was very excited about the artwork. We're gonna go to chest of drawers. That's the correct one. See, dressers, the problem is like I feel like so many dressers are ugly, whereas like a console table just looks better in general. antique. I'm really into this one. I like the wood it's in. I wouldn't really have to alter anything about it. Like buying two of these would be nice and just putting them together like this, I think would be cool. So doing like this guy and then doing like this guy, I think would be really nice. And that way we still have space to kind of open the door. You know, it's a little bit tight in here, but my house is small, and so I can't be too up in arms about that stuff, if I'm being honest, because it's just not a very big house. And this is plenty of space for me, at least. It just looks smaller because it's on a rendering too. All right, so then for up here, what I want to do is I'll probably, in reality, what this will be is like a place to put my plants, maybe some like jewelry, glasses, things like that. Yeah, so we're just gonna style it, or some coffee table books too, because I have so many coffee table books. I used to have this ledge in my last apartment where I had a bunch of them displayed, and now that I don't have that ledge anymore, I just have so many coffee table books, which is lovely. I'm very happy and grateful that I have so many. I just don't have a spot to put most of them at the moment. They're all in boxes. Um, but for up here, I just want to do like a simple potted plant, not anything too crazy, just to keep kind of that greenery. I also think having that across from my bed would be really nice to just wake up to. I think that having, you know, plants in your bedroom is specifically very important. That's a really pretty plant. Um, just because that's the space that you know, end the day in and the space that you wake up in. So it is really important in a lot of different aspects. So, yeah. All right, let's see. I don't know why I'm having a hard time finding a plant here. It normally takes me much faster. Maybe I'm just being picky. I don't want anything too tall for up here because this is already a pretty tall dresser. Um, so I want it to still be pretty, you know, low lying, if that makes sense. So that way the ceilings can still feel, you know, not super tall, but relatively tall. Um, this is a really nice plant. Let's see. I'm trying to find one that I really am into for right there. I don't know why. I'm like, sometimes this just happens and it'll be like one tiny little random thing that I want to use to decorate the room, and then it will take me like way too long for some reason. This one would be good. It's got this nice ceramic pot already too, so I wouldn't have to change that. I just want to take a look at, yeah, I think this direction's a little bit more pleasing to the eye. No TV is going in here because I am eventually going to turn my office into my TV room as well. Right now, my desk is just in here, and what's going to be in here is like some kind of sofa that turns into some kind of bed, so I can have guests stay. And I'm gonna put my TV in here so that way I'll have a place to watch TV with my friends and stuff like that, and not have the TV in my living room because I don't like having TVs in my living room. I really do not. So, all right, we're gonna go and we're gonna put, I think, some books here because I think it would be really nice to have a little spot to put some of the books that I read at night. That's kind of organized and everything. Books. Let's see. I don't know if it would be this many. There's a deer on the end of those. Yeah, I guess this seems pretty about right to the amount of books that I would be having in this room. Then I think something else I would put here is a little bowl to put my necklaces in, jewelry, just when I take them off at the end of the night to have a little spot to throw them. Because, like, a jewelry box, you know, I have one, but it's just like, I don't know, it seems like a lot of trouble to. It's really not that crazy. I'm just being dramatic. Okay. Then I want to do like two pictures that are like a little bit more horizontal up here, just so it doesn't feel too like vertical, because we have this tall dresser and then we have the books and everything. So I want some art that will kind of just be a little bit longer and wider. I also think doing something framed in a more traditional way might be ideal for this. Excuse me, I am just taking this guy, what we can do. I don't know what. I actually don't want that. Taking this guy, what we can do is then angle it here. Let's send it 90. Yeah. And then we'll go ahead and take the height down. Oh, nope, that would not be the height. This would be the height, and then scale it up just a little bit, and then bring the height of it down. So we have these kind of like two horizontal pictures to hang right over here. I think that would look really nice. Keep it still sleek and more minimal, but still have some fun art in here. And then for the pieces of art that I want to do, I'm not exactly sure what I would want to put, because it's too next to each other. So that kind of limits my options in what I can do. Having one of them be this would be kind of fun. I want to do something more abstract because it is like turned, and I don't want to go through all the effort of having to turn things right now. I actually really like this piece, but lateral offset, no. Angle, yeah. I guess we'll just turn these 90 degrees too. Okay. Then for the other one, we're gonna do, let's see, something that kind of matches with that. Something probably a little more modern. Got this. Oh, no. This yellow one here. I think that's a little bit too modern for right there. I think we need, this one actually might look nice. Something like this. So you got color in one of them. I don't know. I need to see what this looks like. Again, I don't know what happened here. Not sure what happened on this one. I need to scale it out, I guess. I guess I forgot to do that. Okay. Now, wait. His head is sticking out of the top. Okay. Now we're good. I am not sure about it yet. Everything here. But I want to do some fun matting too for here. So let's go to finishes and then paint palette, and let's find some matting, like a color for the matting that would look nice. Even like a dark green or something like that could be cool. Nope. Like this. Kind of contrast. In all honesty, what I would probably put here is like I don't know, pictures of my family or my friends or something, like framed in like black and white or something. So these are kind of just fillers for the moment because I'm not gonna like put my friends into here. I'm gonna save this. And then the last thing that I want to do is address this corner, and I honestly think we could probably fit a small little chair just for me to get like my socks on and I don't know, whatever. So let's find a nice little chair to put over here. All right. I'm thinking something pretty simple, not something that takes up a lot of space because we already have a lot of furniture in this room. So honestly, like something like this is ideal. I think that looks really cute. And then we could put like a little piece of art here. How adorable would that be? Scale, and then we're gonna want to make this bigger. What are we thinking of the setup right now, guys? I feel like I haven't heard from you in a minute. Do we like where this bedroom is headed? Okay. Like, there we go. Nice little seat. Okay. I feel like it's really cozy in here. I'm thinking to do... I don't know what I'm thinking, you guys. I think I want to do like a wooden frame here again to just tie things in. Oh, thank you. I am totally in agreement that it looks cozy. Yes, of course you need a chair for your sleep paralysis demon. That's really important. Um, oh my gosh. I am so grateful for the fact that I have never had sleep paralysis. It sounds so, so scary. So I'm so sorry that you have to deal with that if there's any truth in that statement. Um, yeah, I don't know. Okay, let's get a fabric. And for the fabric, I want to keep it pretty simple, not anything crazy. This could be fun. I actually really like that. This is actually an adorable chair. I don't think that I've never seen a chair like this, but it's a cute chair. Now we'll just put a little piece of art here. And I think, honestly, again, I would probably put something of my family or my friends, but I'll put something from my library, hopefully. I know, I'm loving this chair so much. The wood, like the bent wood on the side. I haven't seen a chair made that looks like it, like as of the current day, but um yeah, I don't know. Okay, let's find a piece of art like this frame could work. Not this piece of art, obviously, just the frame for it. I might make it smaller, to be honest. This is very large. This might be a good place for the green one. No, it's really not. I don't know what I was thinking with that. But I have another piece of abstract art in here that this one might look better. Okay. Now I just need to vertically scale this here. Like this would look nice. That looks nice. I like that actually a lot. Keep it fun in here. I actually love the way this bedroom is turning out. I kind of want this like ASAP. Another thing that I think we could do in here, because we only have these lights, is almost mirror this lighting setup on the other wall as well and have some sconces. I don't know. I just feel like that would be nice. I really don't have any lighting in my bedroom right now besides like the ceiling light, which I try not to use. And this tiny little IKEA lamp I have in the corner. So I definitely am in need of some new lighting for that room. These are kind of fun. Haven't seen that before. I want something pretty like against the wall though. I'm really glad that you guys like this room. I'm so happy. I try my best when it comes to my own spaces. It's particularly difficult. Even something more traditional would probably work in here too, just to add a touch of another style. I really like this Art Deco sconce going on, but that would definitely not go with this room. Let's see. Let's find a nice little sconce. Da da da. This is really, that would be fun for a bathroom. Whoa. That's pretty cool. I don't know. I've seen these little like cube sconces lately, and they're made of like linen, and they just create a really nice little warm glow, and I really love those, but they don't make a plug-in option. And because I'm renting my house, I really would prefer not to drill a giant hole in the wall for some hard wiring to be put in. Find a nice sconce for in here. Even something like this would be kind of nice. But I would like something on the other side too. I just think that would look better. Let's see. Oh, this is interesting. I love just scrolling through the library here because there's so many fun little guys. Oh, this is the lamp I was talking about. How convenient is that? This one is actually cooler because it has this wooden frame around it. I'm actually really into this wooden frame. I think we should do like the wooden frame in like a dark walnut. I think it would just create a nice contrast. Yeah, and then we can just leave that in that color. Cause like how fun is that? I want to do this here, I think. Yeah, probably here. Something like that. And then I want to mirror that this way, just because I don't know why. This one is too far. Oh, looks like my cat is waking up. Sorry, I'm just trying to make sure that these are, measured correctly. Aren't these so cool? I love these sconces. I want them so badly. They are really expensive though, unfortunately. Let's get some renderings of the space since now we have like a semi-finalized design. I just want to see like what this angle looks like before we move forward with anything. You guys like it? Oh my gosh, that makes me happy. I would love to have this bedroom so badly, like now, but unfortunately, financially, that's not like something that you can just go out and decorate your entire bedroom like this. Because I'm sure a lot of these pieces are very expensive in the reality of things, but I'm glad you guys like it. I think this is one of my favorite bedroom concepts that I have done. I really am into bedroom design lately. I don't know why. I just am feeling extra inspired. I also just think this would be so cozy. Like, imagine being in here at night. Imagine being in here at night. I'm going to take some more renderings of this because I am really liking this bedroom. I want to get a good shot of this to make sure that I like it as well. Let's get some other. Oh, we already got that picture. This one. This one. Okay. And then I want to get one like closer over here so we can see everything. Okay, they're still loading. I think they're just running a little bit slow today because my computer starts to get very hot, especially by the end of these by the end of these lives. So sorry, I'm so tired right now for some reason. I went to bed really late last night because I was editing the YouTube video for today, so that's my bad. But oh, our renderings are finishing up. I'm really excited to see. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Look how cute this little area is. I love this corner. And I really like this dresser. I really like this dresser. We've got this angle. Cute. Again, the closet doors are like, okay, whatever. But oh, how adorable is this? This is the coziest bedroom ever. I really love this bedroom design. Ah, I'm excited. I need to get some paint ASAP because this is so pretty. Oh my gosh, I love this bedroom so much. Thank you guys so much for helping me with it. I like this shot right here is just so cute. I am in love with these sconces too. And I'm sure they would just have like the best glow at night. And that way I can kind of use like the sconces as like the lights for the room, like the main lights, and then I can just use my, bedside lamps for reading or, whatever. These aren't going to be, this is not the final design just yet because I'm going to add some finishing touches as well. I just want to get like a good feel for what the room is looking like. We're just waiting for these two renderings to finish up. I'm excited to see what this one is going to look like. This is kind of like the full angle of it. This was such an easy design for me today. Like sometimes I remember the last design that I did for my living room. I was having a hard time with it, but this one just came very easily to me. I think it's just because I kind of knew everything that I wanted for in here. So, yeah. My design process normally looks a little bit different than, these design lives, but because if I'm designing for a client, that requires different level of planning and such. I'm not just like, ooh, let me just design something for fun. But this is actually like the design that I want to go for my bedroom. And honestly, I think it's convinced me to buy these Louis Poulsen lamps and try and find them somewhere for my bedroom. So got that out of it. As well as these curtains I'm glad that I like in here because I was a little worried. Why don't I use SketchUp? I don't love SketchUp. I've just had some issues with it in the past with, whatever. And I find that Coohom just works a little bit more seamlessly and, runs faster and better on my computer. Just because I don't have like a crazy gaming laptop. I want this one to load. I'm really excited to see it. While we wait for those, why don't I go ahead and get started on like the finishing touches for the room. So a couple things I want to do is just style the nightstands, make it look like I live here, because I don't just have nothing on my nightstands. So we're gonna get some books. Oh, I don't know why I didn't. Because I looked up books in the furniture category. I was like, why are there no books coming up? Not in the home decor section. So that one was on me, guys. Sorry about that. We can have, I don't know, I guess these are like the books that I've been reading lately, whatever. And then honestly, I'd probably have a little plant over here so we can add one of those. Not anything crazy, just a little small one. Let's see, potted plant. Something like that. Is there like a fern? I think I would love a fern. I need to get one. What are these noises, you guys? What is the noises? Do you guys hear that? Like, am I crazy? Am I crazy? I'm looking at my like, oh, maybe like oh, it's one of you guys subscribed. Oh, that's what it is. I was like, what are these noises happening? And every time I guess one of you subscribes, then it makes a noise. So whoever just subscribed, thank you for subscribing. I appreciate that. Okay. Anyways, let's get back to business here. I don't think this fern is working out for me. This one might work out. Oh my gosh, this one is very large. Did not even realize. We're gonna just shrink that down to like that big. And what does it look like? Ah, cute. This is a cute little fern. We'll just put her back here. Have a nice little plant over here. And then what else do I have on my nightstand? I have like a glass of water. So let's get a glass, or let's look up water, see if a glass of water would pop up. Well, we have a water machine. I'm not seeing a glass of water necessarily just yet. Like this, I guess. Yeah. I don't have a carafe for my water. I just drink out of my water bottle, but I guess this is more aesthetically pleasing than my current setup. So maybe I'll invest in one of these. Also, it'd be good because I feel like I have to get water in the middle of the night from the sink all the time. Anyway, I'm getting caught up in I don't even know what I'm getting caught up in. And then over here, this is the side that I sleep on. So over here, we can kind of just put whatever. I wouldn't really use that side, this side very much anyway. So, let's put, I don't know, like a candle. That's probably honestly what I would have on the side. Let's find a nice little candle to put. Oh, they have diptyque. Here we go. This nice little rose-colored one would match pretty nicely with our Sally up in the corner up here. And then, honestly, probably just have some more books. Because in reality, that's what I would have on my nightstand. Just like an overflow side for books that I want to read. Let's see. It's like this would be fine. Can turn them like this and put them here. Kind of make it feel a little bit more casual. I don't know if I'm loving this. These books right here. No, that works. That works. Doesn't look crazy. At least I don't think. Okay, great. So I think that is... Yeah, I think that's everything for this room. So let's go ahead. Oh, I wanted to take a look at the renderings that finished up. Here is another rendering. Like, how adorable is this room, you guys? It's so nice. I'm loving the sconces in here. This dresser is beautiful. Everything about this room, lovely. So let's go ahead and take some final rendering shots of the room. Just to get a nice little look at everything styled and all that. I know we already have some similar ones to this. I just want to, kind of double down and get a good view of everything. now we will wait for these to finish up. So while we're waiting, or that was actually, we're not waiting very long, but okay. This is our final design for my bedroom. How amazing is this bedroom? What do you guys think about it? Let me know. I want to hear your thoughts. Also, if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them while we look at these final ones. Here's another picture. Get the other side of the room. This is adorable. Really, really love it in here. We've got our dresser side. Honestly, I normally don't even like dressers. Like, oh, I zoomed out very, very far. Normally I don't even like dressers in this kind of placement, but I really like it in here. I think it just makes it feel a little bit more cozy. Then we've got this pic. Nice little picture of the corner. My neighbor's house definitely doesn't look like this, I can tell you that much. Another picture from this angle. This looks actually just like my pillowcases. It's funny. And then here. Oh, I love it. I'm low-key determined to get a picture of Sally here in real life and just have her in my house. She was like $3,000 on First Dibs, so I cannot afford that, but maybe we can find a print of her somewhere. Oh, somebody said, why did I place the bed on this wall and not the other side with the dresser? Yes, you must have not been here for when we first started off, but why I had to do that was because in terms of feng shui, which you had also mentioned, the door to my bedroom is right here. Uh, Again, I'm not a super believing in feng shui, but I do think there's something to this principle, and that would make the headboard be right here, and my door would open up right to where my head is, and I don't love that. I just don't like being in the direct line of the door. I know that it's not ideal to have it under the window, but I would take that over being in front of the door any day. I also like to just like, I don't know, I feel more safe and secure in my own space when I can see the door of whatever room I'm in. I don't know why. Just I don't know why, but that is why I put it on this side. And I know it's not ideal because there's a window here, but it's just what would work the best at the end of the day. Um, so let's take a look at our images once again. Really, really cute. I love it in this bedroom, and I want this bedroom so badly. Like now I'm like really wanting this to appear just one day. How nice would that be? I also really like the rug that we chose for in here. I don't think I really talked about it very much, but I think it was a really great option. Um, yeah, the layout is definitely tricky in this room specifically. Um, Sorry about that. But yeah, I really love it in here. I wonder if they have like a cat for me to put on the bed. But I did want to talk a little bit about the software that I'm using, Coohom, before we finish up the video. They're actually, or not the video, the live. They're actually the sponsor of today's live stream. They are absolutely amazing, and this is the software that I use. This is like the main software that I use in general for myself here, my clients, my YouTube videos, everything like that. It's super easy, very fast and intuitive, and it runs really well on my computer, which I really, really like because that's honestly the problems that I've had a lot in the past. Um, and I love just like how quick it goes. I can send my client an email back with the updated rendering in like 2 minutes. So I really like that aspect of it, especially um, they are really, really amazing. And for some more information about Coohom, you can click on my house tour video that I just did pretty recently, and there's a bunch of information in the description of that video as well. You can also use code Cooper Plants in all caps to get 73% off your first, or 73% off your subscription, which is a really great deal. You know, that's a very high percentage. So if you're interested, you can totally do that. And Coohom, it's not just for designers and decorators. Like the average person can also learn it. It doesn't take very long. It's pretty simple and straightforward. So definitely go check that out. Go. You can also get a special little surprise if you go onto Instagram and DM Coohom my name, just Cooper, and yeah, there's also that. So if you're interested in the software, definitely go do that and check it out a little bit more. It's really great and I love using it, especially for these live streams. I love this bedroom, you guys. It's so adorable. This is like my favorite room ever. I think we did a really good job here, and I love doing these live streams for the reason that I get all of your insight during the process, and yeah, I think it just helps me out a lot. So I really appreciate you guys being here and all of that. We've got, oh, I for some reason, I guess I just imagined that my living room was there, but it's on a different file. This was the living room plan that we had done in the last live stream. It's not fully comprehensive, so don't take it as that. This was like basics for the living room update, so yeah, I think this like is very cohesive with my bedroom plans, which I really like. Again, this room is just a little bit different, and I think we have some work to do here because this is not my favorite yet. It needs to get to a level where I like love it, like I love this bedroom, because this bedroom is so cute and so cozy. But yeah, I think that's all that we have for today. Since we finished this up just a little bit early, I would love to answer any questions that you guys have about your own spaces or any questions that you have for me. So go ahead and drop something in the live chat if you have any questions, and then we can talk about that for a couple more minutes, and then that'll be the end of it. But if you have any questions for me, leave them in the live chat, and I would love to answer them. I also wanted to tell you guys that I'm starting a Patreon pretty soon. I think it's going to be launching next week, and it's going to have 3 different tiers. One where you can kind of get a peek inside and see the background of things, and then one where you can have access to my new design masterclass series, which I am going to be doing, where you can, where I'm going to be making videos on, you know, how to design your house start to finish, you know, everything in between. Extra from my YouTube channel, longer form content, stuff that is really educational and informative. So if you want to do that, keep an eye out for when my Patreon launches. And then there'll be another tier where on top of that, you can have direct contact with me and bounce things off of me, as well as having the perks of everything else. So that would be the highest tier, and it's called Studio Select. So that's all really exciting stuff if you guys are interested. Somebody asked me, what is my favorite lamp or chair of all time? That is a really difficult question. I mean, I don't think I can pick just one, but I think I can name a few for you. I really love the lamps in this bedroom. These, I believe they're Louis Poulsen. Yeah, or like Louis Poulsen inspired. I don't know. That's really tricky. And then chairs, honestly, like any vintage mid-century chair I really love. Something that's unique, has some form to it, I always really like. Do I watch AD house tours? And if so, is there a celebrity home that you liked? Yeah, I watch them from time to time. I haven't watched them lately. I did a video where I reviewed celebrity homes a while back, but I haven't watched any of them lately. And there is a couple tours that I really liked. I mean, as everybody did, I really liked Dakota Johnson's house. And she got a lot of hype around her green kitchen, which is obviously really gorgeous, but what I think there should have been more hype around is her living and dining area because they're so well executed and so beautiful. And I really, really love, those rooms as well as part of that tour. And then additionally, I would say I really also like Emma Chamberlain's house tour for the reason that it just doesn't just look like a Pinterest board. It looks like she lives there, and there's so many personal elements from her in that house, which I really, really like. Like, that's my favorite kind of design is when it's very authentically the person who lives there. And I think this bedroom is pretty authentically me in the sense that I like books, I like art. um, this is the stuff that I would have out, and it's nice and moody and cozy, but it also doesn't feel claustrophobic, which I really love. Yeah, and it's got some plants. That's my spiel for that. If you guys have any more questions or comments, please drop them in the live. I would love to answer anything you need help with or just wondering. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just putting chapstick on. Feel free to ask me any questions. Sorry, I'm just responding to a message. Okay, so apparently there's chapstick on my hands. Um, let's see. Where do I see myself in 5 years? Wow, that's a really big question. Well, in 5 years, how old would that make me? 25. Um, yeah, I don't know. I can't tell you very much, but I hopefully I'm doing something similar to what I'm doing now, just on a larger scale. I would really, really love that. And um, yeah, I don't know. So much has changed. Like, so much can change in like 1 year or 2 years that, five is like, I can't even begin to like make a prediction about that. So that's a very large question, but hopefully I answered that satisfactory or well. If you guys don't have any more questions, I think that's going to be it for today. And thank you guys so much for joining me and helping me out here. I think we did a really great job on this bedroom. Just to answer somebody's question, asking me if I go live every week. Yes, I've been going live every week, every Sunday at 12 p.m. PST, and I'll be on live 100% sure for the next 2 weeks as well. So I'll be there next Sunday and then the Sunday after that. And then after that, I will let you guys know. But yeah, it is really lovely having your guys' input and just getting to chat with you and everything. It is very fun. And thank you so much to Coohom for sponsoring the live stream. They're amazing. Go check them out and use code CooperPlants in all caps to get 73% off your subscription. It's great. Oh, thank you guys. You guys are so sweet. Um, I really appreciate all of you taking the time to sit with me and help me design this bedroom for myself. And I'm really excited to, see the process of making this, and I hope you guys are too. So, yeah, I will see you guys